So you got your first sale on Etsy using Printify. First off, congratulations. That is huge, and you should be so proud of yourself if no one told you today that you are trying something new, trying something different, and putting yourself out there doing something like this. It can be really scary. So congratulations on getting started, and especially on your very first sale. And whether you're here because you just got that notification that your first sale rolled in and you were super excited and then also super anxious, wondering, well, what do I actually need to do now? What happens next? Or maybe you're just watching this in advance of getting your first sale so you know what to do when it comes. Either way, you're in the right place. Today, I'll walk you through everything that happens after a customer orders from you on Etsy and on Printify so you know exactly what to do next. We'll cover how Etsy and Printify work together, how the payments actually work, what to check before your order actually goes into production, what to do if it's a personalized order, and some common mistakes that I see a lot of new sellers make so you can avoid them before the order even goes into production. And if you are one of those people watching that's waiting on your very first sale, then don't be discouraged. We see brand new sellers getting new sales almost every single day in our private community, the POD roadmap. Some people get their first sale after having 10 listings in their store, some have 26 listings, and others have 100 listings before they get their first sale. All of that is totally normal. We're all on our own journey. So just be patient, keep listing, and keep learning. And if you are here after getting your very first sale, let us know down in the comments, say, I got my first sale, so we can celebrate you. First, I think it's important to understand the actual timeline of what happens after an order goes through on Etsy. I'll break it down really quickly for you, and then we'll go into it more in depth. So when the customer places the order on Etsy, that order gets sent over to Printify. When Printify gets that order, they either wait for you to approve it, or if you set up automatic approval, which I'll show you later, it'll send the order to production at the certain time that you said to every single day. That's when it actually gets sent to one of the printers on Printify, and they'll start working on printing your item for you. As soon as it's done getting printed, they actually ship it directly to your customer, and they even update the tracking information on Etsy. So you don't have to do anything on the Etsy side. Everything you do after an order is on the Printify side, besides sending a customer a message when they order, and then also sending a message to your customer after they get delivery to see if you can get a great review. And for that, I do have a free digital download below with the messages I like to send my customers after they order and after they get delivery. So you can get that for free if you're interested in knowing what to actually send them. So let's head over to Printify to make sure that everything is set up correctly so that your order goes through super smooth. First, you want to make sure that your Etsy account is connected to Printify. You'll know that you completed that step if it says your Etsy store name on the top left of your Printify account. If you don't see your store name up there, you can click that button and click add a new store and then connect to Etsy, and that's how those orders will be brought in. Next, you need to make sure that you have a payment method on file for Printify to charge you for the item after you get an order. And the payments is actually one of the parts that really confuses new sellers the most, so let's quickly go through how the payments work with the print-on-demand business. Once the customer puts in an order on Etsy, Etsy takes out their Etsy fees, and then you are actually the middleman for the payment. Etsy doesn't send any of that money to Printify or vice versa. So separately, you would actually go to Printify and click Approve Order, and then you get charged that money. And whatever the difference is between those two numbers is what you actually get to keep. And so that means that I really would recommend having about $100 or $200 set aside to get your print-on-demand business started to make sure that when you get orders, you're able to pay for them. And that's because in the beginning, when you start an Etsy store, Etsy will put you on something called payment reserves for the first 90 days, which means they won't pay you the full price of what the customer paid until you ship it to help ensure that the customer gets what they ordered. So there is a small lag for the first 90 days for when the customer orders it, you pay for it, and then Etsy pays you all of the money for that order. To set up your payment method on Printify, you'll go to the bottom left of the page and click Wallet, and then click Payments. That's going to bring you to this Payments page here where you have two different ways that you can pay for your Printify orders. The first way is you can fill up your Printify balance. Now this can be a great way to get extra cash back if you're interested, because if you open up a PayPal credit card, if you top up your Printify balance with anything from PayPal, then you can actually get 3% cash back on every order, which is really great. The other benefit to this is you won't get a bunch of small transactions on your credit card, you'll just get one. Since some credit cards will only let you do up to 10 a day for transactions, then you won't get any kind of like fraud signs on your card. The other way that you can pay is by either uploading a credit card or debit card to your Printify account, and it'll charge it directly there each time you get an order. And it's always a good idea to do a quick profit check on your first order just to make sure that you really understand how you set it up and know exactly how much you're going to be making every time you get an order. To do that, you need to look in 3 places just to triple check it this one time. The first place is actually to click on the Etsy order and see what the total they paid before sales tax was. The second place to look is you'll go to finances and then to payment account. And when you scroll down, you'll see that order that you got. And over on the right, you'll see what you paid in fees. Lastly, you'll go to that order in Printify and see what it says your total for that product is. And check to see what that total is. Just a good kind of rule of thumb. Ideally, you'll be making about 30% profit on every order that you make on Etsy. It's pretty normal to make anywhere from 20% to 40% profit, but just make sure you're somewhere in that range. This can really help you catch a lot of pricing mistakes later on and realize that you are actually losing money, which is something I never want any of you to deal with. Now that we've covered the payments, let's talk about when your item actually goes into production, because Printify won't actually send it to production to actually start getting printed until you approve it. You can do that manually by clicking on the order, making sure everything looks correct, and then clicking approve, or you can actually set up your orders to go through automatically every single day at the same time so you never forget to send an order through. To set that up, you'll go to the left side of Printify and click Settings. Then you'll click on Order Settings at the top and scroll down to the Order Submission. Now there's 2 different reasons I do this, but I like to set mine to go through automatically at a set time every day. I chose 10 a.m. because I'm always awake before that and can double check that everything looks correct before the orders get sent through. The first reason for this is, like we talked about earlier, if you set it up this way, then it all gets charged to your credit card as one charge for the day. The other reason is I try not to approve orders and send them for production for at least a few hours after a customer orders it. And that's because every once in a while, a customer will order something and then a few hours later message you and ask you if they can make a change to their order. If the order hasn't been sent to production yet, then you can click the order and edit it to make any changes. But if it has been sent to production, it's very hard for it to be canceled or have any changes made to it. And so that's why I think it makes sense to not send things through just right away. And for your first order, I think it's a good idea to just check a couple quick things before you send it to production. Check and make sure that the product on the order looks like exactly what they ordered. Is it the right color? Is it the right size? Is it the right design? The other thing I double check just real quickly before you send it through is make sure the design file you uploaded to Printify is a good enough quality for the print. If you go to your catalog and click edit on that product and you go to the right, you'll see a little spot under the design where it says high resolution 300 DPI is what you're hoping to see. Anything above 300 DPI or where it says high quality is exactly what you're looking for. If it says low quality, then you might need to go back to your design file on Canva or Kindle and save it as a higher pixel size so that it's a better quality. If you made your design with AI, then you might need to use an upscaler, which Canva and Kindle both have a built-in upscaler, which makes your design have more pixels in it so that it can go bigger on something like a t-shirt and not look like a bunch of little pixel dots. The very last thing to check on your order before sending it to production is there a gift message? If it says marked as a gift, there's nothing you need to do. But if it says there's a gift message with an actual message written out to someone, then you do need to double check that the order shows the gift message there, because not every product on Printify can have a gift message, and those do actually cost you money. If you go into the Printify settings over to gift messages, you'll see that those cost you about 25 cents per gift message. And so since it's not offered on every single product anyways, I might recommend just turning this setting off. because I really haven't had an issue with customers being upset that I can't send a gift message. The place you set that up in Etsy is you go over to your settings in Etsy, click on options, and then you'll see offer a gift note, and you can say no, don't offer gift notes. Now let's talk about if you used the Printify personalization option for your order. There is one extra step that you have to do if you use Printify personalization, which if you're not familiar, then Printify personalization is their automated personalization feature. So that means if you want to offer a custom name, a custom date, a custom photo on your item, if you set it up through their personalization in the first place, then they will actually autofill what the customer writes or what the customer's photo is for you, which saves a ton of time when you start getting a lot of orders. So what it looks like when you get an order for one of these items is you will have one extra step of clicking on the order, and you'll actually see a spot where you can click to approve the design. Make sure you take a quick look at it and compare to what the customer wrote so that you can make sure that it's correct, it looks right, and you can always edit the order if you need to, if it doesn't look just exactly the way that you want it, before you actually click approve design. Now that doesn't send it automatically to production. It'll still have the option for you to actually send it to get made, or for it to go through automatically with the rest of your orders at a later time. Now, after you send your order to production, this is what's going to happen next. You'll open up your order and you'll be able to see that the order was created and approved. And then it'll go into the produced area once the item's actually been printed. Then you'll be able to follow it along and see when it actually gets shipped and when it gets delivered to your customers. And it is really important to know that sometimes the printers on Printify will actually get delayed, and it'll take longer than they said for an item to get printed. And so I do recommend making sure that you under-promise and over-deliver with your orders. When you set up your Etsy listing originally, you probably set up something called a processing profile, which you told Etsy how long it's going to take you to actually print the item before it gets shipped. Now, I do have a recommendation of having it say 3 to 5 business days, because typically most print-on-demand items go out in 2 or 3 days, but sometimes they can go up to 5 or even potentially longer. It's not very often that that happens, but there is one thing you need to do if an order is going to go late. Because you have something called the Etsy Star Seller Program, where it tracks how fast you reply to your customers, which if they send you a message, you should reply within 24 hours. Another great reason to have the app. They also track if you ship items on time and how good of reviews you get. And so it's super important that you keep an eye on your Etsy shop, on your dashboard. It'll tell you if you have an order that needs to be shipped by tomorrow or shipped by today. And you really want to pay attention to those, because once it flips over to saying that it was supposed to ship by yesterday, then that's going to ding your shop and say that the item is late. But you have one time that you can edit that order and actually extend the ship by date and not get dinged for your Star Seller badge. So hopefully this doesn't happen very often, but I want you to know what to do if there's an issue. Keep an eye on the order on your orders page. If it says ships by tomorrow, I want you to click the 3 dots on that order and click extend ship by date. Now, since you can only do this once, I'd extend it by at least 3 days, just in case something doesn't ship by tomorrow like you want, especially during the peak holiday season when there can be delays. I'll even update it by 5 days, just to give myself a little bit more wiggle room. You can type out a quick message to your customer saying, we're so sorry, we're running a little bit late with your order. We're trying to get it out as quickly as possible. Thank you for supporting our small business. And usually people are super understanding. The very last thing to go over is what happens if for some reason there's an issue with the item once the customer gets delivered. Now, there are issues that can happen sometimes, but I will let you know that overall, in all the time I've been selling with Printify, I've had less than a 2% defect rate with Printify products, so typically everything goes perfect. But let's say an item gets lost in the mail. Let's say it gets broken in the mail or comes with a stain. Or what if the wrong item actually gets sent? In all of those cases, Printify will take care of it for you at no extra cost, which is amazing. And so anytime you have any sort of issue, you would want to go to Printify and click on the support tab button for the little chat on the bottom left and send them a message with your order number and let them know what the issue is and whether you want a refund or a reprint or if you just have a question. And they're really amazing about covering any kind of issues that you could have. Typically, they'll need a few things from from you, like a photo of the product if there's an issue, so make sure to ask for that if they're saying something's damaged or anything like that. And if it says the item was delivered, but the customer is saying it's not there yet, the first thing you want to do is double check that they have the correct address that they put on the order. And then last but not least, make sure that you're asking for reviews. Reviews are one of the best ways to grow your business and get more sales, because as a new store with 0 reviews, customers aren't going to trust you quite as much right in the beginning. And so getting as many good reviews as quickly as you can is super important. So again, I have that free download for you down in the description with the message that I would send customers after I get the order, and then again after it gets delivered. And that message asks them if they wouldn't mind leaving you a review. And it might sound a little cutesy, but trust me, when people shop on Etsy, they don't want a super corporate response. So the more personalized you can make that, the better. So if it said, congratulations on being promoted to a grandma on your item, then you could even say something about that in your message to make it just a little bit more personal, and that will get you so many more reviews than not. Sending these messages has gotten me over 25% review rate, when normally you'd be lucky if you don't ask to get 10% of people to leave a review. And now that you know exactly what to do after getting your first sale, then the next question is, how do I get the next one, and the next 100? And in the video I'm about to link to come up next, I did make a full breakdown of exactly the strategy I'd use to go from 0 sales to 100 sales if I had to start all over today. I'll add that video on the screen right here for you to watch next. Thank you so much for watching, and congratulations again on getting your very first sale.